Welcome back to the Old School Gun School and the 12 days of peace of mind and very hopefully peace on earth. This is the second day of our 12-day series leading up to Christmas. I am J.B. Heron. I'm the lead instructor for the school. I help good people, just like you, form a plan on how to quickly dominate and end an otherwise inescapable lethal assault. And then I help them learn and understand how to defend those actions and justify what they did in a court of law. Thanks to everybody that sent in their thoughts. We have a lot of information to go over this evening. I'm going to keep track of my notes, and I hope that you do the same. If you have good notes, we'll have a lot to go from when we get back together again. And so, thanks to everybody. We came up with a lot of good questions and some good information, so I'll try and stay on point and keep this brief. I'll keep track of my notes as we go along, and again, I suggest that you take good notes as well. These 12 days will help us formulate some good ideas for our discussion that we've scheduled on Sunday, the day after Christmas, December 26th. We'll get together about 3 p.m. for a live presentation via Zoom. Over these 12 days leading up to Christmas, we'll formulate some good topics of conversation, probably come up with some pretty good questions, and then on Sunday, we'll have some good solid answers for you. And so this is a school about guns, and not only guns, but the laws surrounding the use of deadly force when confronted in a self-defense situation. I invite you to follow us between now and Christmas and take good notes. And by Christmas Day, you'll come away with the most wonderful gift of all, some knowledge and some understanding of what you should do and when you should do it when confronted with a violent assault. So bring good notes and happy holidays from our house to your house. So let's begin. What do you think you know about the Castle Doctrine? The Castle Doctrine is one of the oldest laws here in the United States. Not developed here in the United States, developed in Europe centuries ago. Because in Europe, every man's home is his castle. And so based on that comes the Castle Doctrine. So let's take a look at that. If I'm in my castle and it's getting late at night and I'm getting ready to turn in and lock up. So I pull up the drawbridge, post some sentries, fill them up with alligators, and I'm closed up. Go to sleep, turn in. Now, if the Mongol hordes show up late that night, throw grappling hooks over the castle walls, and enter my castle in a violent, riotous, and tumultuous manner, the Castle Doctrine says I don't have to stop them as they come over the wall with their torches and swords and say, "Excuse me, Mr. Mongol, did you drop by this evening to borrow a cup of sugar, or did you come here to kill me and my family?" No, if they enter your castle in a violent, riotous, and tumultuous manner, the Castle Doctrine says you can assume they're up to no good. And you may use violence in order to repel the violence they're bringing you. And so repel means to push back. And so you use violence, and let's say they all say, "Darn, we picked a guy who could fight back," and back over the walls and away they go. Once they're on the run, well, then you've solved the problem number one. You must win the gunfight. Then we'll also talk about problem number two. Once you win the fight, then you start problem number two. Problem number two is the court fight. The first fight might be with Mongol. The second fight is in the courtroom. All right. So today we talked about the Castle Doctrine. There's really a lot more to it. And so make good notes on this, and it'll be scheduled for Sunday. But by now, you should know more about the Castle Doctrine than most. It's much misunderstood. What would you like to do tomorrow? We've had a lot of requests for stand your ground laws. Much misunderstood again. Nowhere near as old as the Castle Doctrine, but wow, has it become part of our legal landscape now. So who'd like to see more of the Castle Doctrine talked about for tomorrow? Castle Doctrine, yes. Who would like to see more of stand your ground laws talked about tomorrow? And stand your ground and Castle Doctrine often go hand in hand because they are somewhat similar in many ways, but they have serious differences. And we'll talk about those differences tomorrow. So please send me an email with your contact information so that you can be part of the Zoom meeting on Sunday, December 26th, about 3 p.m. And so if you're part of the questions, you'll also be part of the answers. You'll find me at jb@oldschoolgunschool.com. And until then, I wish you peace on earth, and more importantly, peace of mind. Merry Christmas from the Old School Gun School.